Consciousness will let that light come into the DNA, dominate, get home, and then begin the process of transformation and self-creation. That's a simple way of putting what we're going to get into, which she talks about in detail through the baseball concept in here and in a lecture. Here, she just tells you the straight Egyptian Book of the Dead shit, but even though the baseball concept, as I just pointed out, is still Kemetic. Baseball is Kemetic. Nothing is theirs. The great American pastime, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit. So, Horus overcomes Seth, and the rivals are united. The rivals are united. They're talking about your DNA being injected into this new bacteria, this lambda phase. If I'm saying it wrong, I'll get it right once I get to it. And this ancient ancestor taking over your DNA, the 2% now injected as the 98% of all the lifetimes, all your experience now comes online to be dealt with and transformed into the new God. The 2% is Seth. It must become beheaded so that 2% can become the new DNA. The eye of Seth, which you are now dealing with, must become the eye of Horus. So they explain the concept of Seth snatching the eye. They explain the concept of the word as your DNA as Tahuti. And Tahuti, the word, helps restore, in the mythology, the eye of Horus. You must become the eye of Horus to become Osiris, the Green Lord. Taking the ayahuasca, it showed me at the northern lights, the death process is happening. You see the green on the bottom and the white at the top. What is happening is the green represents the dead becoming the Osiris, meeting the sun god at the sunboat of Ra, the bark. It's happening before your face. These are the ascended ones making it out, getting the sunboat. That's the northern lights under the pole star. So when you get this flat earth concept, which when you die, she says the earth is flat from that perspective, from the quantum perspective. We're not talking about from the physical shit, because you stupid niggas have now made it a religion. Who gives a fuck if it's flat or if it's round? You stuck on it. You in jail. Anybody still talking about that dumb shit is a fucking agent or a fucking idiot. Stop inundating motherfucking niggas. Stop inundating with fucking facts about a flat fucking earth or a round earth. You should concentrate on getting the fuck off of it, bitch. The results in the restoration of the Eye of Horus and the risen Osiris, the green at the northern lights is the risen Osiris. Those aren't people. Those are an energy stream. That what you're seeing is an energy stream that you must become a part of. That energy stream is the weakest part, and we're going to get all this in, of the magnetosphere. That's where you have to will yourself for the process of changing your DNA to become the God. If you're not ready, you can't make it through that green stream. You got to become the eye of Horus versus the eye of Set, which you are, to deliver it to the Osiris, which means there's a DNA happening that must trigger this event. We're going to get there. This is a DNA happening, a cellular happening that must happen in this world. You must will yourself to certain places for this chemical response to begin. There's a failure aspect to it. That failure aspect is based upon how human you still are. I got the deepest, fakest niggas talking to me, and when I dissect their conversation spiritually, it is devoid. It is a grand production of wokeism, but the heart of it is you just trying to eat. And I understand that. I know how to eat deliciously, but this has nothing to do with that. So you're trying to pretend that you're helping some people, but you're just trying to be a celebrity with your fans. I don't have fans. I like to think I have students. I like to think this is about the information and not about me. I like to think the people who decide to text me and believe that I have nothing else to do but answer your fucking dumbass questions that you should be on Google, you should be past, you should be finding out now, or you asking the wrong motherfucker. I talk for hours doing this. This is the gift. I do not fuck around answering email questions. It's a waste of time for me. I can't do it. It's too much raw tonnage of niggas. So when you keep asking me questions and then I'm ignoring it, you don't get it, then I'm tired of it and finally say, why don't you look Google? You're becoming a vampire. Fuck you, nigga. But last week, can I take a picture? Oh, Brother Panic, what you did for me, what you doing for me, and what you doing for the people is so fucking magical. Here, I want you to meet my daughter. She listens to you too. Okay, that's great. But see, I can see the fakeness in it. I know when it's real. There's plenty of real motherfuckers. Don't get me wrong. 98%, like your junk DNA, is real. There's the 2% I can see through that shit. I can see that shit before I was conscious. And that same person, what they're really trying to do is develop a relationship, get me to know them there so they can think they have a personal assistant now. I met them, I met their daughter. So now when they text me and say, Panic, tell me someone who's good on the science of time. What the fuck do I know? I don't fucking know I don't even know what that question means. Know what I'm saying? Go on fucking YouTube. So they want to ask these things thinking they have a stream to me. So when I finally say enough, fuck you, nigga, the same person that's telling me I love you, taking pictures, coming to fucking lecture in their town, they're going to other towns for lecture. Why are you doing that? And it's so easy to say, fuck you, nigga. If you really felt it a certain way and I did something foul, just say, yo, Panic, that was uncalled for. It kind of hurt my feelings. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Let's talk. Okay, let me just explain from another perspective. I think this, I did that. Everything you asking me, I went to learn myself. So I know you can do it. I did it. I wasn't born from Saturn. I was born, maybe I have a gift to read and okay, good. But you still got to do this. No one can do it for you. And you prove what's real. You prove what's real when it becomes fuck you, nigga. You prove that you don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about because I'm not here to be a personal assistant, or if I'm not friendly or your friend, what do you give a fuck? There's been years and years of information. That's what you should find. That's what you should be a fan of, information. And if they're not telling you any information, If they're telling you gossip, great. If you love it, enjoy it. But let's not kid ourselves at what it is. But you cannot, if you're serious about this shit, you cannot play that game. You have to leave this behind. You do. You're going to find your mama, your auntie, all of them ain't your mama or your auntie. You can honor them as such because as humans, you had this experience with that consciousness, let's say, in that position. But what happens in your next life? What happens in their next life when they're your brother and your sister? So are they really your mother? I know me and my sister, Reese, had previous connections. My aunt, who's conscious and has been conscious since the 70s, my aunt Yocheved, which when I joined the community was kind of well known. I was not really shocked, but shocked. And I always knew, I knew her from somewhere and had beef with her. For some fucking reason, I could not stand my Aunt Yocheved. I remember at my 5th birthday, my stepfather took me to get a bike. It was the first time riding a bike without training wheels, and he was riding me in the park. What he was doing was wasting time because my mother planned a surprise party and people were getting there. So wasted time, got there, came with the bike, surprise, everybody was there. I told my mom's, Ma, she gotta go. For what? I said, I don't know. I remember my aunt being upset but leaving. I wanted her gone. I just felt as if there was beef. Then one time I went to a house and my fucking General Custer doll was sitting on her goddamn shelf. Ma, what the fuck? I was looking for that. Oh, I gave it to her. She liked it. What the fuck do you mean? Give me that shit. I'll get you another one. No one with that shit. I hate her ass. And for years, I just never fucked with her. It felt like I always had beef with her. Now, when I later grew up, became conscious, I was at a Risha girl's house. Somebody gave me a crystal, held the crystal, and remembered, had a memory. It was obsidian of my sister getting sick and my aunt putting crystals on her stomach. Made me call my aunt. We started talking, reconnecting conscious, blah, blah, blah. She's been to lectures. She's been on stage with me and so on and so forth. But I know overwhelmingly that I knew her from another life. And I knew she wasn't my aunt before. So I will honor her as an aunt and honor that energy for what it is. But that's just this lifetime. This place isn't real. You are by yourself. You have to, I honor my aunt, but my transformation is the most important thing. The best thing I could do for her is recommend this book. But nothing else I could do. You born alone, you die alone for a reason. This is your honor, your birthright, and your understanding. God damn, I keep stopping because there's just so much to say, niggas. I hope this is interesting. I know y'all excited about hearing what I got to say, and I'm not trying to hang on because the information will keep us here for hours, and we will be here for hours. But there's so much shit that just needs to be out the way. I'm sorry. All right. So, along with the restoration of Horus, the Eye of Horus and the Risen Osiris, along with the birth of the king's new form, which is nourished, clothed, and rising in the cast like the morning star. The risen king is now the great word. He issues from cold water, and his double goes with him wherever he goes.